Sorry about that. So I had a couple of you in that last stream. I wanted to change my latency a little bit, so we're not so far behind as far as the stream. So, maybe going live, maybe watching this second half with you guys will make me feel a little bit better. But my God, I'm about to. I don't know. What a frustrating first half. Yeah, what about Aaron? Aaron Rodgers has looked absolutely awful so far in the first half. Aaron Jones hasn't looked a whole lot better. He's over his 1,000 yards rushing for the season, but it has been frustrating. Aaron Rodgers, 6 for 18, 90 yards, no touchdowns in the first half. We need definitely a better second half. You look at that New Orleans Saints game right now, 35-3. The Saints are just they went on the road. They knew they had to take care of business. 35-3. The New Orleans Saints at halftime, and Green Bay is possibly squandering an opportunity. I am late to the stream. I'm not typically at home for these games, and I'm regretting being home right now for this game. But maybe this live stream will make it a little bit more fun. Maybe it will make it a little bit more fun, because sitting upstairs and yelling at my TV is not the most enjoyable way to spend my Sunday afternoon. So we'll get the crew together. We will watch the second half unfold. Whew. I need to breathe. I need a drink. I need something. We got the Lions fan in here. Just take it easy, man. You guys just take it easy. Son of a bitch. What a terrible first half. Terrible. Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, yeah, the Lions do know that they can play spoiler. I'm surprised that they I was expecting a fake punt at some point in that first quarter. That didn't come to fruition. The trick play, they obviously saw that schemed up and saw it on film with the Vikings running it against the Packers last week, and obviously it just outside the reach of Kirk Cousins. But the Lions did not squander that opportunity. They definitely were able to seal that deal with the touchdown early on in the game, and then just, man, what the lack of, I don't know. I'm just a little bit flustered. I'm completely flustered. Haven't taken a Jello shot yet, which might have something to do with it. But yeah, I mean, Rodgers is missing his throws, especially at the end of the second half there, where he just slightly overthrows Aaron Jones. I mean, we've seen some off throws throughout this game, but just lay it up. The defender was falling down. Jones had the step. Just lay it up. Just a little, put it in the cradle. I don't know what is going on as far as the touch passes from Rodgers, but completely frustrating. Yeah, Kyle says Matt LaFleur will get their head straight, no worries. So I'm thinking this halftime speech. So far, we've seen a relatively calm, cool, collected leadership approach from Matt LaFleur throughout the season. He needs to get angry at halftime. He needs to, if he hasn't been angry at halftime at all this season, he has a reason to be angry right now. He has to get the light and the fire just going underneath this entire team. It started with like just that drop by Jimmy Graham. You're like, okay, it's going to be another useless day from Jimmy Graham. But we're seeing missed tackles on the defense, missed throws by Rodgers. We're seeing just these ridiculous penalties that just start to rear their ugly head. You look at the roughing the passer very early on in the game on Zadarius Smith. You look at the slamming the guy to the ground by Jair Alexander. These losses that have plagued the Packers just in the last decade, I will make the statement that it's been a decade-long theme, is mental errors and stupid penalties and not being able to overcome it. So he needs to go into that locker room and say, rip their fucking throats out. This warning, this video will not be for children. There will probably be a slur of cursing going on because that's just how it goes. That's how it goes when you watch the Packers. So we'll hang in there. We'll watch this all together. I'm going to probably be a little bit behind on my stream. So if you guys, when they score touchdowns and whatnot, you guys are going to be, I'm sure, blowing up the comment section, feeling a lot better about it. But right at this point, we have the Lions kicking off the ball to start the second half. And hopefully this gets better. Hopefully this gets better. And I don't know how loud to have the volume and whatnot, but yeah, let's show those highlight reels of Rodgers overthrowing his receivers. There's a number of them. LaFleur looks angry. Got this beautiful 65-inch TV upstairs. I'm going to just watch it on my 11-inch iPad. Change things up a little bit. And that's the other thing. I mean, we start out the second half with a run by Jones, but it seemed like, to start the game, that LaFleur had this mindset that he wanted to get Aaron Rodgers going. I think he wanted to get him hot, really, you look at the playoffs just around the corner, potential bye week, which is going to take some work to get to at this point. But he wanted to get Rodgers going, and we threw a lot of passes very early on. It seemed like we abandoned the run game. It will be interesting to see if LaFleur sticks to his season-long play calling and runs the ball a little bit more with Jones in the second half here. Yep, another overthrow by Rodgers. Here we go, 3rd down and 9. Jesus. And Lazard was open. Lazard was open on that pass. Too high. He's been throwing too high all game. What is up with that? You land that ball a little bit more in front of him, obviously much lower, and that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. It's 3rd and 9. Oh, I need to turn the sound. I'm just going to turn down a little. Turn it down a little, guys. Oh my God, Jimmy Graham. You slow man, you. Coming up big, 1st down. I'll take it. New staple. I've never vaped while filming live or obviously on video. I am... kids, don't get into the habit, but it calms me a little bit. It calms me a little bit as we watch what's about to go on. All right, keep it on the ground. I like it. 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4. I feel like I need to get headphones so I can listen to the game. I like listening to it. I'm just in a lonely, dark basement talking to myself. Podcast 1919, we got fined from YouTube for having sound playing. So, if you can still hear it, I'm shocked. I can barely hear it. So, I'll keep it turned down. I don't want to get fined. All right, stick to the run game. The 14-point deficit. Gridiron Blitz, our lone Lion fan in the chat group, he pointed out, we can come back. What was your exact words here? We always play well when we have nothing to play for. You can come back. The 14-point deficit isn't insurmountable. Got to go down, score a touchdown on this drive, and cut it to 7 for sure. But we got to get a resurgence. This defense, the D train needs to do something for sure. We got to get a turnover generated at some point here in the second half. And a flag. Wow, it's wonderful. What's happening? Well, I'm not gonna jump to conclusions on that one. On that last penalty on I think it was Bulaga that called for that, but the team they're flat. Very flat. They need to get that sense of urgency. They're playing. They're playing for something important, meaningful. Bulaga almost looked like he jumped again. Oh, my God. Replay. Lazard. Deep. 1. Out. All right. All right. We can't punt on this drive. Second and 15. Empty backfield. Little short screen pass. MVS. Make it a little bit more manageable. 3rd and 9. Oh, see, now you guys are, you're hitting up that comment feed. Holy drop. I haven't seen a drop pass yet, but now I know I can anticipate one. That's the damn thing about these live streams. Number 26 is Darnell Savage. And that was I bought this jersey right before he changed his number, and then thankfully he changed it back to 26 because that would have been depressing. And another overthrown pass down the sideline to Tyler Ervin. They're throwing to this guy a lot. What are you going to do, Green Bay? I think you go for it. We're taking all these... Why are we taking all these monster shots? This isn't like... It hasn't worked all season. Green Bay has not been a deep threat passing team the entire season. And we've been taking deep shots the entire game. Hey. Crosby looking to redeem himself from last season in Detroit. Already off to a good start. 1 for 1. And 1 for 2. Fantastic! You guys having fun? Because I am having a real good time watching our so much slip away from us. So much slip away from us. Sternberger is going to be my guy. Sternberger needs to get into the game. They got to take out Jimmy Graham. I don't know why LaFleur is continuing to just milk that old man dry as far as what you could possibly have out of him. I was gonna go over this on Monday night. I mean, a lot of you guys will probably be here for the Monday night video, but one of the things with Jimmy Graham, so if we look at his career stats, we got a commercial break, so if we look at Jimmy Graham's career stats, 9th season, 10th season in the league. First season was back in 2010. So far this season, 53 targets, 34 receptions. His lowest ever career season was his rookie season, where he had 43 targets and 31 receptions. 356 yards his rookie year. He's at 398 yards this season. I mean, the guy's career is just a straight up... He peaked. He already peaked. We are on the down end of his career. He finished his rookie season with 5 touchdowns. He has 3 touchdowns this season. His only worst season was the first, last year, quite frankly, where he had 2 touchdowns last year in Green Bay. So I'm not really sure why we're still giving that guy as much playing time as we are. I get it. We're paying him a ton of money. And when you're paying a guy a lot of money, you want to keep him in there. But we have to start looking at some different options along that tight end for sure. For sure. Yeah, my anxiety levels are through the roof as well, King. And Dylan, you should definitely get yourself a drink because it could be a very depressing second half. I mean, God, the defense has to come away with a turnover. We're looking at least a 3-and-out or a turnover. We can't give up any more points. 17 points is all that we're going to be able to allow Detroit to score. Maybe 20. Maybe I'll give them one more field goal. But Green Bay needs to, their defense needs to step up here for sure. Needs to have a completely different, they got to tackle way better, get at the quarterback. Should the Packers avoid Seattle in the playoffs? Playoffs? I'm talking about playoffs? I just want to get through the game. I want a first round bye. There's a very high possibility that I will have to work during next week's wild card game if that comes to fruition. There's Crosby looking like he just got molested. I'm not even sure if I can say that on YouTube. He looked pretty rough on that shot on the sideline. Yeah, it just got away from me. Went right. Good field position. There's our wonderful run defense just looking stout today. Looking stout. There's no 3 and out for us. Come on. Running right up the gut. 101 inside rushing yards. What's up, Graham25? Welcome to the broadcast. Oh, look at that. Kevin King. Kevin King, I mean, that wasn't... we stopped him from getting the catch. I think that was more of a bad throw than anything else. Now Kevin King's just going to lay on the ground and pout about it a little bit. Kevin King has looked good the last 2-3 weeks. A little bit surprised by that. He's kind of stepped up his game quite a bit, so that's kind of nice to see out of him. I mean, if he can really turn it on here in the second, as we enter the playoffs or the second half, preferably, it would be nice if somebody would step it up and get away with a turnover. Preston, thank you, sir. 3rd and 10. Okay, 3rd and 10. What's up, Ice? Is it Icy? Icy? What the hell's going on, man? I don't know. I'm seeing an offense that looks really stale. Really, really. I mean, there's a lot of time left in this game. And they started off that first drive in the second half on offense, running the ball. And then again, they started throwing just these deep passes. What are they doing? Why are you messing around with the deep balls? Just chip away at it. That's how we got to the Vikings. We just chipped away at them. It's okay to do that. Make the tackle. Make the tackle. All right, we're punting. Oh, joy. We get to see that offense come back on the field. Z. It seems like if Za'Darius isn't giving it 100% on every single play, that the defense is finding themselves at a disadvantage, which is a damn shame, quite frankly. I mean, he can't give it 100% every single play. He's going to get burnt out. He's going to get tired. Don't you fucking... Oh, my gosh. It's good stuff. 5 yards. Let's go 95 yards, score a touchdown, get within 7 points. Let's go to commercial break. This has to be the worst deep ball throwing of Rodgers' career this year. I would agree with you. It's kind of surprising. I mean, a lot of that's contributed to MVS really falling off the bandwagon. Even his catch today, fumbles it. Luckily, it gets kicked forward and goes out of bounds. But just a real disappointing season for Marquez Valdes-Scantling. Kumaro, I don't even know where Kumaro is. I don't know if Rodgers knows where Kumaro is. But we can't pass the ball deep. There is no deep ball game, and it seems. I wish I had more detailed statistics on some of this stuff. I know Big B's in the room. I don't know if you have access to that sort of stuff. I'm really curious. Here, let's go. Well, I don't even know if play-by-play will tell me anything. I need like one of those infographs. I'm curious how many passes Rodgers has thrown over 20 yards today. Because it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. We look at our drive so far. Punt, 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 field goal, missed field goal. Those are our 6 possessions so far today. Ouch. 3 plays for 2 yards, 10 plays for 17 yards. Yeah, they don't give me how long these pass attempts are, which is a damn shame. But they're throwing them long. Quit throwing it long. Rodgers looking defeated there. Not a good look. Never see that from Russ. And I agree with you, Dylan. I mean, when Rodgers looks defeated, you almost know that things are probably not going to turn themselves around. But at the same respect, he was smiling a lot in that first half. Like, they were showing him, like, pre-snap, under center, smiling as he looked at his wide receiver. So, I don't know. I mean, he's got to have some confidence that this offense can kind of turn around and get things going. But, boy, were we all just kind of tooting our horns a little bit hard. These games at Detroit, they always run the risk of being upset games. I just didn't see it coming. I didn't see what's transpiring so far. A lot of time left. I mean, I'm not going to get ahead of myself too much. We got to put a drive together. 95 yards is the goal on this particular drive. There you go. 1 for 8. Thank you. There's the stat I was looking for. 1 for 8. They've thrown 8 passes, 20 yards or more, and they've connected on 1 of them. There's your problem, LaFleur. Quit throwing them deep. Finally, a little bit of action from Lazard. That's good. First down. Quick first down. Remember when Rodgers was in MVP consideration just this year? That feels like so long ago. Yeah, that was Oakland. That was right after that Oakland game that Rodgers kind of went up to that number 2, number 3 spot of the MVP consideration. Yeah, it does seem like very long ago, and it's just crazy. It's crazy to see him play like this. He's honed in. He's focused. He still has the talent. It's just what is that? He's not dating Olivia Munn anymore. He's got Danica Patrick. I don't know if you can blame it on relationships. It seems like when Rodgers is in a relationship, he does struggle. I like Danica. I got nothing wrong with her. I'm not going to blame her. I'm just rambling because we got ourselves a little bit of an injury timeout thing going on in the field right now. Yeah, 8 for 23 in general. Rodgers statistics. I'm going to keep a track. I'm keeping track of that throughout the game here. 9 for 24, 128 yards. Ey, yuck. Yuck. Definitely need a touchdown, Melanie. You got that right. Got that right. We can't afford to go. Can't afford to go into the fourth quarter without putting another touchdown on the board. That's for sure. Damn, my basement's so cold. It's freezing down here. Oh, what else we got? We kind of scroll back up. Can the Packers get to the Super Bowl? Well, the Packers can. This one's from Brandon. This was probably, 10 minutes ago. We're talking, the Packers can get to the Super Bowl. They're going to definitely need some home field games, though, and they're guaranteed one as the 3rd seed at the very least. We're talking 3rd seeds now. We're talking wild card weekend. We're talking next weekend as a 3rd seed. I think if their best shot at making a trip to the Super Bowl is if they can come away with that 2 or that number 1 seed. They got to win today. It's going to be absolutely crucial. They can't be traveling out to San Francisco. I don't like Green Bay's odds going to San Francisco. I'm a little bit better with them heading to Seattle if that ever comes up, but yeah, I mean, we got to see something turn on. They're looking very flat right now. I mean, we've probably been a little bit naive to this offense to a point. The weapons and the skill and everything's been there for this team, but they're throwing an egg right now. Brett Hundley couldn't be much worse. Yeah, Brett Hundley can be much worse. I've seen enough of Brett Hundley. Brett Hundley looked good against Seattle last week, though, as far as being able to scramble for first downs. Some very nervous looking Packer fans. They look a lot like probably most of us look right now. All right, offense. Hang on to it. Here we go. Mercedes Lewis. It's a good check down. I agree with you, Dylan. That's a good check down. But God, he drops back like he's about to throw it to the frickin' moon. Like, what's going on? That secondary can't be that tight. LaFleur looks frustrated. I look frustrated. Play action? You doing play action? Nope, hand it off. Chip away. Those little chip down, like, they have a lot of these first down runs where they pick up 4 or 5 yards. It makes a difference. It's what they do on second down that seems to be kind of their Achilles heel as far as what the drive's going to amount to. Oh, it's a good fake. Really good fake. Lazard! That a boy. You gotta love what we've seen out of him. He's got some great hands on him. Got some great hands. Turns his body. Protects the ball. Might have went off of his face from the looks of it. Still came down with it. Yeah, totally bounced off his face mask. Kumaro along the bottom there. I like it. There you go. Just chip away. That's what I'm saying. Just quit throwing these 20-yard waste of plays. You gotta earn those. You gotta establish your run game. You gotta get the defense playing up, right? That's how you get your deep balls. You just can't go out there and start throwing 40-yard passes and thinking you're gonna run away with this game. That's just not how it works. Old man Graham. I mean, why would you turn inside? I don't know why. I'm just going to run out of bounds. Probably could have picked up another 3-4 yards had he just turned it inside a little bit. Just a little bit. There's Tanyan. You guys notice, I mean, this is the first time I've ever gone live while watching a football game, but you guys notice how whoever catches the ball, they take them out? I'd love to hear your guys' theory in the comment section about why whoever catches the ball it's like, great job, man. Now go sit down. You've done your job. We're going to give you the next playoff. You've earned it. Oh, man. So close to just coming away with that. I agree. Offense is looking better. They're putting together a good drive. And what is it? It's the mixture of some of these short passes. It's some of this. You're not trying to take a big bite out of the defense. 2nd and 4. I think this is like the 3rd or 4th time it's been 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4. I say run it. You got Sternberger in the backfield though. That's kind of interesting. Oh God. There's a little magical touch pass throw by Rodgers. Jeez. That could have been ugly. That's a nice pass. I like that pass right there. And the thing with like some of these little short down passes too is it's got to be getting Rodgers feeling a little bit more comfortable and confident too. I mean, you can't just keep throwing these bombs and expecting Rodgers that his confidence level is going to stay up there. Empty backfield. And incomplete. So that was down to what, like the 5-yard line? Where are these guys located? They're on the 20, so 15-yard pass or so, incomplete. It's good defense. Not in love with the selection. Good defense, though. So 2nd and 10. Let's not take a shot at the end zone. Let's try to just chip away at this down and distance. We'll take a shot at the end zone. We'll overthrow him. I don't get it. I don't get it. Quit trying to... All I can do is laugh, guys. Get out of here, Viking fan. That's my brother-in-law, Andrew Skoll. I suppose you're right. I mean, if we are the 3 seed, Minnesota does come to Green Bay. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't want Minnesota to come to Green Bay. I don't want to face Minnesota in the playoffs. They were pretty pissed after we beat them last Monday night. It's a lot of anger. They'll figure it out. We got to score a touchdown on this drive. Thanks, Andrew, for your in-depth analysis. $35-3. God. Oh, okay, I got a yes coming on my comment screen. That makes me happy. I'm going to watch something good happen, I assume. That is nice. I would have loved that a lot better had I not seen the comment come across earlier. But good. There we go. Touchdown. We managed to get a touchdown in... Okay. Yeah, my wife's already bringing me Jello shots.
We don't have any music playing.
I don't... Well, I just got the touchdown. Everybody knows about this touchdown except me.
Oh my God.
What is... Yeah. Do I need a spoon? These things are deep. Alright, I got a spoon. Look at this. It's not even a spoon. It's a measuring cup. Got a measuring cup. Green Jello shots for touchdowns. A lot of ball game left. Hold on. Let's get this going. I don't know if I'll get fined for music, but we're gonna try it anyway. These are weird cups. Joe drop. I'm gonna need another beer. That's right. We love our Green Bay Packers.
That's why I love my Green Bay Packers.
That's why we love our Green Bay Packers. That's right. Jello shots. Jello shots. Okay. We do need a D-Train turnover. Really surprised that they were able to get that deep shot over to, everyone in my family's just texting like crazy right now. Really surprised that we took that deep shot for that touchdown, but we'll take it. What does that put us at? I mean, I should have wrote down that statistic on the screen a little while ago. But Rodgers now moves to 16 for 33, 203 yards, 1 touchdown. Adams with his 1 touchdown. Adams has 76 yards off of 4 receptions, so he's having himself a pretty solid game. Why are they showing this Lazard play? Just as a highlight. All right, down by 7. Down by 7. That touchdown should get the defense, a little bit more fired up, a little bit more motivated to go out there and score themselves a touchdown, that's for sure. Yeah, I said touchdown. Defensive touchdown. We haven't had a defensive touchdown, I don't think, all year. I'm fairly confident that we have not seen a defensive touchdown. We've seen some turnovers. We've seen a number of turnovers from that defense, but nothing returned to the end zone. Shut down that run game. 3rd and 7. Second and 7. I'm going to need another beer here pretty soon. Z coming in hot. Beautiful. That was great. That was really good play. Pressure from all sides. What a difference. When Za'Darius gets through that line, it just, like I said, if he's not playing 100% every single play, that defense looks a little bit lacking. When he goes out there and gives it 100%, usually good things tend to come from that. He's definitely elevated himself to the leader of the pack. The leader of the pack. That's a song. That's like a 60s, 70s. What am I talking about? Get him, Blake. Oh my god, I was so ready to ride the frickin' D-Train song, man. Oh, so close. Look at this, beer service too. Yeah, I should watch games down here more often. She's just trying to show off.
No, you took care of me yesterday.
Alright, I'm filling up the beer. Now I just gotta get a catheter so I don't have to get up to go to the bathroom. If she comes downstairs with, like, my son's little portable potty, my toddler potty, I'm gonna lose it. All right, minute 39 left in the 3rd quarter. We got the ball on offense. I don't know if we can. It'd be incredible if we could tie up this game before the end of the quarter. But let's see if they can kind of compound some of that success. That was a very good drive they had. That last possession, obviously, it ended in a touchdown. But when we just look at some of the things that they were able to do, they were throwing some short chip passes down the field. They established a couple run plays to make it 2nd and 5. Rodgers was somewhat accurate. He had a little bit of, some touch passes. If they weren't 20-yard bombs, I think Rodgers was looking pretty good. So here, let's see if they can compound some of that success, because that's really what we need to see. Obviously, it's what we need to see. State the obvious, Nariah. Why not? Why not? I'm feeling a little bit better about this game. All right, 2nd and 7. It's good to see Jones back in the game, though. 2nd and 5. He picked up 5 on that? That can't be right. If it is, I mean, that's what we've been seeing. They've been able to hand it off. Mr. 4.7 yards per carry gets it to be 2nd and manageable. James, go Pack, go. Pick it up. Pick it up. It was close. They're giving it to him. Perfect. Gmo. He's been able to, I mean, like I said, he converted on that 2-point conversion Monday night against the Vikings. He's a guy that I could see actually getting hot. I've kind of lost all confidence in MVS, but maybe if I lose confidence in someone, they'll actually go out there and play really good. You're gonna take a shot right now, aren't you? Ba 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 ba. All right, end of the third. Oh man. Ugh. That's a big stretch right there. 15 minutes. 15 minutes separates us from a first round bye. And having to play the Vikings. Win or lose, I will always be a #1 fan of the Green Bay Packers. Go Pack, go. Melanie, I don't disagree with you. Win or lose, we love the Packers, but there's a lot of opportunities sitting in front of us with 15 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Obviously, we want to see these guys win. They need to pull it out. Need to pull it out. Need to pull it out. I'm not really sure what you're supposed to talk about during commercial breaks. I mean, like, commercial breaks are probably the one time you guys are tuning in, maybe focusing a little bit more on this versus the game. I don't blame you. I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about. Talk about how cold I am right now? Freezing my tail off? So, heading into the fourth quarter, Rodgers now 18 for 35. It's a little bit less than 50%, or a little bit over 50%. 214 yards and a touchdown. Jones is about 33 yards shy of being a 100-yard game. And Adams is sitting there with 80 yards at the moment. Yeah, I mean, if I'm looking at the statistics from the Detroit side of the ball, we've been able to kind of hold their quarterback, what was it, Blog, 117 yards on 11 for 21. Where Detroit's kind of chipping away at us is that run game. Johnson has 65 yards. Scarborough has 36 yards. Johnson has 27. So they're well over 100 yards rushing with just their running backs right now, and that's typically not something that you want to give up a whole lot of. I mean, it's kind of probably their safety blanket as far as having a backup quarterback in there, and Galladay coming out of the game. I think he went out of the game. I don't think he's coming back. I can't hear any of the sideline reports, but Galladay 72 yards off of 3 receptions. Ever since he went out, the offense on Detroit has been a little bit lacking. But here we go, 2nd and 6. Fourth quarter, guys. 15 minutes to go. 15 minutes to go. Lazard in motion, fake to Aaron Jones. Rodgers again is looking for the home run ball and incomplete. Once again, incomplete. I don't mind them taking these deep shots on 2nd down. I do mind them taking these deep shots as much as they're taking deep shots. It's just not working. Definition of an insanity, right? Doing the same thing, expecting different results. Well, what worked? What worked on the last drive? 5 to 10 yard passes. That's what worked on the last drive. Now we find ourselves in one of those god-awful third down situations. Let's pick it up. Mr. Dependable, Davante Adams. God, we're lucky we still have him, right? It seems like that's really, I mean, you can maybe make a little bit of an argument for Lazard, but if you didn't have Adams, this entire passing game would be horrible. King, you must be on was it like a local TV commercial that kept you from the game? I hate those. I hate those local TV commercials. I don't know what you guys have where you're watching, but we have like this like grocery store commercial that constantly plays, and like this furniture one that constantly plays. There you go, Jones. There you go, Jones. First down. This offense, it's looking good. Looking good. Got to get these updated stats on this screen. Jones is just creeping towards that 100-yard game here pretty soon. Play action. Nice job, Tanyan. Give him the first down. You stupid zebra. He reached his arm out. Meanwhile, the Saints, my God, bloodbath in Carolina. The best part about this is that the Saints, I mean, they could end up with that number 2 seed here, if not better. Okay. So what we've seen so far, kind of in the second half, I mean, we could say maybe in the last two drives or so, but for the most part in the second half, LaFleur has gotten back to basics, and that's really been a big difference as far as what we've seen from this offense. Now, they haven't obviously converted on everything, on all of their drives. We finally got ourselves a touchdown drive last time, but they're recommitting to this running game, and that's good. I mean, that's what's gotten us here. Let's kind of see how. I feel like Jones is going for his 20th touchdown on this drive. Beautiful throw by Rodgers. Absolutely gorgeous. Just, God, what are you doing? Maybe if you want to play with your chin strap in your nose, but at least he's smiling, right? At least he's smiling. I'm glad he finds it funny that his passes are leaving much to be desired. This is not a field goal type of drive right now. They gotta punch it in. We're looking at. I'm looking at that clock. Flag? No. Third down. Yeah, I mean that was a close hit. I got the replay going on right now. He hit his shoulder. It's a good hit. It's a football hit. Yeah, Jones. Oh boy. They took Jones out after that. Timeout. Play clock running low. We're going to need a field goal at some point, right? I'm trying to be optimistic. Obviously, would love to see us come away with a touchdown here, but we're going to need a touchdown and a field goal to take the lead. It's a 2-possession game. They're not going to go for it on, for a 2-point conversion if they score a touchdown. So you look at this as a 2-possession game right now. Let's pick up a 3rd and 10, but if not, Crosby. I mean, I see Icy saying, if only Crosby hit that field goal. I agree. It would have been nice. But if we're taking it with how the game just kind of unwinds and how it's unfolding so far, let's do this. So 3rd and 10. Jones in the backfield, 4 wide receivers out. Well, you got Jimmy Graham in there, so that's probably good. And he went to Jimmy Graham. Why wouldn't you? God, it seemed like Rodgers got laid out on that pass too. What do we got here? What are you seeing, Rodgers? He had him too. It's good defense. I don't get excited about field goals, but God damn. It's a good one though. 13-17. Can your Packers do anything right? Oh, we got our second Lions fan here in the chat comments section. Yeah, I think we've done a lot of things right this season. You guys are coming off of an 8-game losing streak, so I'm not really sure where you're throwing the knives at, sir. Take it easy, Mike. Don't you worry about your own monkeys and your own circus. Mike, you remind me of like I get a big stop on 3rd down. It's like 3rd and 15. I stop you, and then you get up and you start talking trash, and you hit me first because you want me to hit you back. You want me to talk trash, so the ref throws a flag, and then you get an automatic first down. I'm not going to buy into that right now. I'm not going down that road. I'm not playing your games. I do need to use the bathroom, though. I'm not really sure if I want to... how much longer I can hold it. The Packers lose this game. Are we still in the playoffs? Melanie, yes, we are in the playoffs. We locked up the playoffs before the Vikings game. So no worries there. You get into the dance. That's one of the biggest steps. I've said on this show numerous times, there's 2 keys to making a deep Super Bowl run. The first is make the playoffs, which the Packers were able to do by defeating the Bears and with a little help from the Rams 2 weeks ago. The second key to making a Super Bowl run is getting hot at the right time. I thought that Green Bay, coming off of that Vikings victory, looked like a team that was getting hot at the right time. Now, this is a game that is easy to look past. I mean, I loved what I was hearing from LaFleur. I loved what I was hearing from Rodgers, the player interviews. They either have to win this week to make the divisional round, or they have to win next week to make the divisional round. Why not win this week? Why not take a week off? Those were the words and sentiments that were going throughout that Green Bay locker room. But man, they came out flat. It's been an uphill battle ever since. This is kind of these Detroit Lions games of late. Detroit has won 4 out of the last 5 games against the Green Bay Packers. So it's been a team that they've struggled with, and I think Detroit looks at Green Bay like the Vikings and the Bears too as well, that it's that team that they want to beat no matter what. If they only beat them twice a year and they finish the year 2-14, Mike, it's been a good, successful season if you're a Lions fan, but it's a close game. We're in it. I mean, with 12 minutes to go, down by 4, it's time to get that D train going. Definitely time to get the D train going. Ooh. That win to the end zone? Okay. When did they change the rule that when the ball on a kickoff goes into the end zone, that it's a dead ball? I missed that one. I missed that rule change. Come on, D. No turnovers in this game so far. Is it going to happen right here? Blake coming up strong up the middle. Well, we'll get pass interference, that's for fucking sure. I agree, King. I mean, I'll take a pass interference versus a 75-yard touchdown on the first play of their drive, but God, it still sucks. I don't know what hot mic is, so no, I'm not on hot mic. Now they gotta come away with the turnover. I'm worried about that run game right now. I'll be honest with you guys. Shut it down. Kenny Clark, bad tackling, still picks up 4 yards. Andrew, nobody cares about the Vikings right now. Win or lose, they're still the 6th seed. Doesn't matter. You got a meaningless game over there in Minnesota. Nobody really cares about that game. I haven't seen one highlight or score update from the Vikings game. Nobody cares. God. Amendola open. Got a break. Off the fingertips. I feel like I need like a in the potty bathroom break. Be back in 3 minutes sign for when I go on a bathroom break here. Oh God, free play. They called it dead. I don't know what your guys' opinions are when it comes to like 3rd and 2 right now. I'm always a little bit on the side of like just let them maybe pick it up and then you have another 3 opportunities at taking away the ball, but we could stop them here. Oh, a sack would have been huge right there. Pick it off. Out of bounds. Okay. What do they do? That's a really long field goal. Surprised they passed it right there. They're not having a problem running the ball on us. 131 yards rushing. I just got the update from ESPN here that they kicked a field goal and they made it, so that's cool. So 20-13, Packers again down by 7, 11 minutes to go. I am going to go use El Baño, and then I will be right back. God, it's like he won the Super Bowl with that field goal kick. Settle down. Settle down. I'll be back. Don't you guys go anywhere. All right. Back. Got a Jello shot because we need a touchdown, so I'm going to be taking that here in a little bit. Got an extra beer in case this thing goes into overtime. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready for this final push. I'm going to try and update my live stream feed here, or not the game, I guess. Feel nervous, guys. I don't know about you. There's so much at stake in this barn burner of a game in Detroit. I wasn't sure if there was a block in the back that they were going to call. Glad they didn't. All right, Rodgers. Show me what you're made of. I've said countless times throughout the last couple of weeks here on this show that Rodgers will turn it on when needed. So let's see if he can prove me right, because they definitely need him to start playing better. And we go for the frickin' home run ball again. Yee. You're what, 2 for 11 on 20-yard passes? Quit throwing them. You used 4 seconds, 5 seconds of game time. You got time. Put a drive together. Take a seat, Adams. What are they doing? We've abandoned the run game. You throw 2 ridiculous passes to start out your drive, and now it's 3rd down 10. Oy. So they start with Jones in the backfield here on 3rd and 10. I would not be surprised if they shift him out. And incomplete. Okay, so what I just witnessed, for those of you maybe not watching the game, I assume you guys are watching the game. So we just had a 3 and out, 3 straight passes. We used up a whopping 18 seconds of time. And now we punt. Now we punt it away. God. I agree. Dumb play calling. I don't know. I mean, they shouldn't be abandoning that run game. There's plenty of time with 11 minutes left in the game. You can put together a 6-minute drive, run the ball down the field, get a 3 and out, even get them 2 first downs. I mean, that still affords you time to have a 2-minute drive with a tied game and the ball in Aaron Rodgers' hands. But now at this point, they squandered 18 seconds. And Detroit gets the ball back at the 45-yard line. Absolutely ridiculous. Way too many overthrown balls. Shake my head. Dumb play calling. God, this team makes me so mad. Yes, it does. The fact that we used up little clock is working in our favor, though. I suppose. Empty backfield, first 2 downs. Pathetic. Yeah. Not really sure what's going on here. Not really sure what's going on. Well, I know what's going on here. What's going on is Rodgers is 20 for 44 now with 233 yards. He has a wonderful completion percentage out there. Jones is still at 84 yards for the game, so we haven't gotten him to 100 yards rushing. And Jimmy Graham has been targeted 7 times with only 4 receptions, so quit throwing it to Jimmy Graham. This is the other takeaway from me right now. 7-point lead here, though, by the Detroit Lions. You have to think they're going to run it. It's going to be a very run-focused drive. I don't know. We haven't been able to really stop the run all that much today. Focusing too much on the run opens up that play action. King's had a pretty solid day. Actually, Jair's been the one that's been burnt, which is a little bit abnormal for him. Seems like days off work against our favor. A bye might not be for us. The Packers are not playing well today. No, they're not. They're not. You need 3 and out. Let's go, Z. So 2nd and 6. As predicted, they are running the ball as they should be doing. Keeps the clock going. They got the lead. They haven't had really... Green Bay hasn't had any success at stopping the run, so I would anticipate on a 2nd and 6. I still think they probably run it, actually. Wide receivers are in tight. Definitely looks like a run formation. They are running it 3rd and 4. How they show that defensive statistic. 4-0 record the last since week 13, 12.8 points per game. Holding the quarterback to a 60-some% passer rating, which is best in the league. I mean, yeah, the defense has looked good the last couple of weeks. They need to step it up right here. Big 3rd down. Don't let them run for it. They let them run for it. They need a turnover. It's really what this boils down to. This drive has to have some sort of a turnover. Oh! Inches away. I mean, Martinez comes away at the sack. That's huge. But inches away from Za'Darius getting his hand on that football and forcing a fumble. Okay, I'm hearing my family cheer upstairs. Did that interception or turnover finally come? I don't know what's going on. Did we get a turnover? Okay, here it is. Here, I'm watching it. I'm watching it live. There it is. There, block it! There it is. All right, 1 jello shot for the interception.
Why do you have 2?
I'm waiting for that touchdown, all right? It's coming. Okay. All right, turnover battle. We are winning the turnover battle officially. I am so unprepared for such things. Here we go. All right, here we go. Come on, ride the train. Let's go, Jones. Guys, it is really weird when I turn off the music and I can't listen to this game. It just turns into a very somber moment when I want to just... I don't know if I can keep playing music. That is the D-Train song that I have chosen for interceptions this season. So... interceptions, touchdowns, they get jello shots, as you see. I got a couple different touchdown songs. It depends typically on who scores it, but let's go, Jones. All right, 3rd and 1, a long one. They're going to have to come away with a touchdown, right? Okay, no, see, icy. I don't like that premonition. I didn't say Siri. Fuck off, Siri. Okay, now my whole feed's broken. What do they do? I think they go for it, right? 4th down. My feed is so far behind you guys. It's behind upstairs. I mean, it's ahead upstairs. You can hear my wife's reaction. They're keeping it at 4th and 1, though. That's kind of interesting. It seemed like he lost a yard on that play. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. God, thank you. Thank you. 1st and 10. Drive's alive. With under 6 minutes to go, this has to be a touchdown drive. This has to be a touchdown drive. I'm afraid to even look over at the comments right now because I know you guys are ahead of me. I'm hesitant to take a peek at that. Oh, these games. Play the D-Train music, she says. Choo choo. You're welcome. There's a little request. Music request apparently going on with the Pour Another live feed. The watch party. 1st and 10 is what I got. Going deep again to Adams off the fingertips in the end zone. Another 20-yard pass. Oh. Gosh. In the meantime, you got Allison coming across there underneath, which would have been a 1st down. What do? 5:28 left in the game, 2nd and 10. Having a hard time trying to keep my cool right now. Ugly. Absolutely ugly. And on these last two plays, we've seen a dependency towards Davante Adams. I mean, there's a lack of confidence apparently in the rest of his receivers. I'm not sure why. I think Allen Lazard would be a pretty decent target right now. Nobody cares about the Viking game, Andrew. Drop it. Drop it. Ask and you shall receive. Lazard, baby! There it is! There it is! Woo! Ooh, that echoes. That echoes in the basement. Sorry, guys, but that is big. Ask and you shall receive. You got that right. Two straight targets at Adams. Find Allen Lazard. I love it. Convert on this damn field goal, for the love of God. Tied game with 5 minutes to go. I need that. I got the jello shot. I hear my wife moving upstairs as though I might be getting another one brought down. Start digging away at this. I'm ready. I don't know what's going on right now with my comment feed. He either missed it or they faked it. I'm not really sure. Okay, we're good. Tie game, folks. 5:19 to go. Whew. Matt Patricia not looking very happy on the sidelines. That was an awful throw. Absolutely awful throw by Detroit. You don't see Blake come away with interceptions very often. Still nervous. Yeah. Gotta shake it out a little bit. Drink more. I'm not really sure what I need to do. 2020, though. There's a euphemism for the upcoming year, which is 3 days away. 2020. Who's going to come away with it? Do you think Rodgers will own up to his bad performance first half? Yeah, I mean, this is one of those classic Rodgers interviews that we're going to get after the game where he says, I know I'm going to have to play better. But he's been saying that all year. And you think at some point he would turn it on. And it hasn't really happened yet. But yeah, he's going to have to play better. 100%. Let's get the W, though. I agree with you, Catherick. Let's go out there. D-Train is on the field. My hands are shaky. My palms are not sweaty, though. I'm just very anxious. Wasn't supposed to be this close of a game. Fucking stop the run. Jeez. Come on. Don't give up any points. We can't even allow a field goal. We have to get the ball to end the game without any points sacrificed. At this point, you can't even give up another first down. So what are we going to do here on defense? Second and 6. It is a divisional game. This is a game with a win. Not only do the Packers obviously clinch the number 2 seed, but they sweep the division, which is a really hard thing to do. Extremely hard thing to do. All right, 3rd and 7. God, that was a... You look at the... he was originally looking to go to a little dump-off, screen pass option to his running back on that play. It was a good defense by Zadarius Smith once again to kind of get in the way and force him to throw a deep ball down the field. When he throws it downfield, though, you start to get a little bit excited at the possibility of a turnover. Here it is. At this point, this is the biggest play of the game for the defense. 3rd and 7. And they came up big. It all comes back to Zadarius Smith. He might have killed the quarterback. Looks like he's holding his throat in pain. But Z is definitely the reason why that play and the Packers in general have a shot here. It's a clean tackle. He might be holding his neck, but there was no contact on that helmet. Packers get the ball. 20-20, 3:45 left to go. Yeah. It's a good position to be in. God, you guys as nervous as I am when there's returns like that he's going to fumble the ball. I'm like just watching him like, God, just hold on to it. Hold on to it. Crosby thinks he's going to kick a game-winning field goal. I think that we're going to score a touchdown. Create some separation. Is there anywhere I can see the game live? Teddy, yes there is. So, just join. There's Facebook pages. If you haven't joined Facebook, like Packers fans worldwide, I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever. But there's like 5 or 6 people that are live streaming the game. Can't stream it live on YouTube. Otherwise, they will pull the video. So you get to watch me talk about it. I know it's not the greatest thing, but it's what we got. Milk the clock and get a touchdown. Those are definitely the 2 keys that we need right here. You guys are saying showtime. I'm not really sure if it's a showtime type of moment. They ran it on 1st down. We got a long ways to go, though. I think you got to get it past the 50 at least before you start focusing on that run game. But yet, here's another pass to Aaron Jones. Now it is 3rd and 9. It's not a Showtime type of moment. I'm not really sure what we're doing right now. Again, I've been asking myself that the entire game. What are we doing? Yeah, the Dolphins. The Dolphins. So if it's Packers and Patriots in the Super Bowl, I'm seeing a Lazard, so here we go. I'm just gonna watch it live right now. Thank you, Lazard. Thank you, Lazard! Get up, though. Get up. Get up. I got my little stick. I need a stick. Get up. He'll be fine. I don't see anything on that tackle that shows any long-term injuries. What happens with a tie, Dave, with the Viking helmet icon? Nothing good happens with a tie. So we don't want a tie. I'm pretty sure the Packers would then fall to the 3rd seed even with a tie. A lot of football to be played, though. Melanie wants the D-Train music back, but unfortunately, Melanie, the only time the D-Train music plays is when there's a defensive turnover. So, you might have to wait. It could come at the very end of the game. It could be our celebratory music. What are you doing? What are you doing out there? 2 minutes to go. I'm going to have to use the bathroom again. It's 2-minute warning. I'm going to have to install a bathroom down here. My wife's cheering upstairs, so let's see what she's cheering about. 2nd and 10, 2:02 left in the game. Flag. Flag! That's what's going on up there. Finally, Kumro coming out of nowhere. Did he push off? Is it offensive? It's offensive. It's offensive. They haven't even called it yet. I see the fucking nose and everything on the other side. He pushed off. It was definitely offensive pass interference, and it fucking sucks that it was. Don't get me wrong. Right there. God. He had the flag thrown before the ball even got close to him. Son of a... Rodgers is just still smiling. All right, 2 minutes to go. Actually, a minute 54. I'm gonna run up and use the bathroom real quick. We got ourselves a frickin' barn burner, folks. 2020. Oh, and we're back. We're back. Back. Anthony wants to know, or Anthonell wants to know, what I think about Beckham to the Packers. I would love it. I'm not big on rumors, speculation. Who knows if Beckham gets traded? We probably have a little bit. I think we have the pieces to make that trade happen. I would love to have him on the Packers roster. I am of the belief more than any point this season that the Packers definitely need to look at a wide receiver or some sort of offensive passing weapon in the NFL draft. But the addition of Beckham, I'd be all for it. Unlike Antonio Brown, Beckham is a good guy. For the most part, he's a good guy. He's a competitor. I like his attitude. But back to the game. Game is on. Minute 55, 2020, 2nd and 20. There's a lot of 20s going on my screen right now, which is also Kevin King's number. Let's see if that comes up at any point at the end of the game here. 20 over a 20-yard pass and incomplete. We're taking goddamn deep shots. Quit taking them. Why are we going for the home run ball on every single pass? Why do I not like Antonio Brown? It's very obvious. The guy has some mental issues. 100%. That's not a guy that you bring to a brotherhood locker room and expect him to improve your chances. Talent's there, but I'm not gonna want that in my locker room whatsoever. 3rd and 20. Oh, man. Another deep shot. And intercepted. It's probably okay, actually. Obviously, you don't like to see an interception, but on 3rd and 20, you're essentially doing the same thing that you do with a punt. D-Train needs this. I'm not pissed. I'm obviously disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. They get the ball at the 26, 27-yard line. It's the same thing as a kickoff or a punt. Defense is going to have to step up. This is looking like it's going to go into a overtime scenario if we're lucky, but Melanie, you're going to get your chance for me to play that D-Train music here if we have any shot at coming away with a victory right now. So that puts Rodgers at 24 for 52, 277 yards, 2 touchdowns, and interception. Whew. Woof. All right, 2nd and after a short little dump pass, what is it, 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5? If you're looking for a time to get our 20s on, this is definitely a Kevin King type of, I'll take a Kevin King moment right now. Not in love with the guy, but he has a way of stepping up when needed. I'll also take a Zadarius Smith sack. I'll take any sort of sack. Here we go. 2nd and 5. The clock stops. Whew. So we're looking at a shot now here. Let's just get through the down before I gather my thoughts here. But 3rd and 5, obviously, need a stop. Big time down right now. If they can get a stop, I imagine they'll use one of their timeouts. Maybe it's an incomplete pass. You got Darnell Savage showing there on screen. Come on, D. Come on. All right, incomplete. No flag? No flag. All right, so Rodgers gets the football back with 1:27 left in the game. Tied 20-20. Guys, this is what fairy tale games are all about, right? There's 2 things that we're going to rely on with 1:27 left in the game and the Packers getting the football back. You're going to need Aaron Rodgers to play a very good drive. That's what we're going to need to come away with the victory. The second piece of this element, and I get nervous about these punts, so I'm just going to watch this punt real quick. Love of God. Just okay. Whew. Okay, so we got the ball. So 2 elements here. Rodgers is going to have to put together a Rodgers drive. A minute 20 left. The second element that is going to boil down as we talk about fairy tale endings is that it's going to come down to Mason Crosby. Very likely going to come down to Mason Crosby coming away with a game-winning field goal. Same thing that happened early on in the season when these two teams met, that Mason Crosby had himself one of those walk-off game-winning field goals. But Crosby is coming off of his game last year where he missed 4 of his 5 field goals at Detroit. It seems like the NFL has a way of making some of these things come around like this. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Minute 20, the Packers do need to find a way to move the ball downfield. Now, for the love of God, do not keep throwing 20-yard bombs. Just chip away at it. You still have 2 timeouts. Just chip away and get yourself in field goal position. Snap. Rodgers is running. Rodgers is sliding. Throw a flag. Thank you for throwing the flag! You can't do that. You can't do that. He gave himself up, and you come in and you fucking hit him. You can't do that. All right. Rodgers looks like he has a swagger. When he's pointing his finger like that, it just feels like something changes a little bit with Aaron Rodgers in that moment, right? God, those penalties absolutely killing Green Bay. Another penalty? Fucking ripped his head off. Jeez. Minutes to go. 2nd and 6. Oh, MVS coming up big. You guys are being very quiet over there in that comment section. You're probably intently watching the end of this game. I get it. That's fine. We'll hang out. We'll suffice. But a big, big catch by MVS to pick up the first down and bring it all the way to the 49 yard line. Whew. 45 seconds left. He was able to get out of bounds. That was big. Stop the clock. Jones! 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 They use a timeout. They should use a timeout. 30 seconds left. Use a timeout. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. We're in field goal range. You guys having a good time? I'm having a good time. That was a big play. Aaron Rodgers is doing Aaron Rodgers things. Aaron Jones is doing Aaron Jones things. It's looking like one of those Mason Crosby moments. It ain't pretty. It's showtime right now, by the way. Let's take him out. Okay, you're not going to riot, King. Mason, it's got ice in his veins. He's got ice in his veins. Put positive energy out there. Get some positive energy back. But I say we definitely focus on running the ball in the 20-yard line area here. See if Jones can do a little bit of magic. Just chip away at it. That's all you need. I'm surprised Detroit's using... Well, they used one of their timeouts. I'll be surprised, though, if they use their second one yeah, think that they're going to ice the kicker here. And I'm out of jello shots. It's fine. We don't do jello shots on field goals anyway. I know that if something goes on with this game, because I am a little bit behind, that I'm going to hear my wife just go crazy upstairs, and it's going to spoil the moment. Going to spoil the moment. All right. Detroit took a timeout. Or is that... Why? I don't get that. I don't get it. But, hey, I'm not the coach of the Detroit Lions, so whatever. So here we are, right? We're lining up the rest of the game here. Aaron Jones is officially over 100 yards rushing, 25 carries. Rodgers has thrown over 300 yards. Has that one? Well, I guess he has 2 interceptions, right? Just 1 interception. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. They're gonna do a little run play to probably line this thing up nice and pretty up in the. It's gonna be a run off to the left. Get the ball lined up there. Well, we'll just kneel it. That's cool. And here we go. When we talk about, because we got a little bit of time here before at least he kicks the field goal on my screen. When we talk about what we saw in spring training and training camp as far as the battle between Sam Ficken and Mason Crosby, I think Ficken was a great kicker in the preseason. I think he seems like he'd be a decent kicker in the NFL, but these are the moments. These are the moments. I'm really just thinking in the back of my head, do I want to jinx myself? But these are the moments on why you keep Mason Crosby on your roster. I hear cheering going on upstairs, so I'm going to assume that he made it. But this is why you have a guy like Mason Crosby on your roster. He has done this so many times before. It's about to happen on my screen. 3 seconds to go. Crosby looks focused. Crosby looks honed in. Crosby wins the game. Guys. Yeah, guys, we did it. We didn't do it. They did it. But boy, oh boy, was that fun? It turned out to be fun. We were down 14 points when I went live. We ended up coming away with a 23-20 victory. The number 2 seed is officially ours. The first round bye is officially ours. We can still look at that Seattle Seahawks game tonight, and we still have a shot at the number 1 seed in the NFL. Green Bay did not look good today by any stretch of the imagination, but that has been just the theme of the entire season. It might not be pretty, but they find a way to win. 13-3 is the final record for the 2019 season for this Green Bay Packers team. NFC North champions. They swept the division. They beat the Bears twice. They beat the Vikings twice. They officially beat the Lions twice. Boy, oh boy, it wasn't pretty, but here we go. We're guaranteed an off week. The Packers get a week of rest. We will find out later tonight after that Seattle and 49ers game when our next game will be, but we know it won't be the 4th or the 5th. It will definitely line up to be the weekend of the 11th. Oh, feels good. Feels good. I can kind of let my shoulders down a little bit. I got a little bit of chills. Wasn't supposed to be that close. But you look at just the quarter summary here. We'll give you kind of the final stats here before I sign off for the night. I'm getting text messages from family and friends. A win is a win. It wasn't pretty. It's ugly, but it's a win. Yes, that is definitely the case. So Detroit wins the first quarter 7-0. Detroit wins the second quarter 10-3. So they go down into halftime 17-3. Green Bay won the third quarter 7-0, and then Green Bay managed to win the fourth quarter 13-3. So we held Detroit to only 3 points in the second half. and that proved to be the difference maker in the game. And if I recall, I'm pretty sure that I said that we could give up another field goal, but that's about it. I don't like to toot my own horn, but it proved to be very crucial in the end. And Mason Crosby, yes, he finished. He didn't have a perfect game. He was 3 for 4, 2 for 2 on extra points. He had a 75% kicking percentage, and he put up 11 of those 23 points. So thank you, Mason, for everything that you did, for having a big game there. Win ugly all the way to the Super Bowl. That might very well be the mantra to talk about. So with that, guys, I am probably going to sign off for the video. I have a family upstairs that I need to take care of that has been very great. I'll just say great. We got America's Game of the Week coming up next with the Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. That's a real barn burner. But if you guys are looking for some more football to watch, definitely keep an eye on that San Francisco and Seattle game tonight with a win by Seattle. I think I got it here still. I can put this on now. I can put this on because it's official. It's come down to that point. With a win by Seattle, Green Bay will end up with the number 1 seed in the NFC, and it might not have been pretty. It was definitely ugly. That was one of the most frustrating games I've watched all season. Well, that was probably the most frustrating game I've watched this season that we've actually won. You look at that Chargers game, I was pretty frustrated for that one. You look at the San Francisco game, that one I was frustrated, but it was mainly because they just didn't show up the entire game. But thank you guys for tuning in. I think you guys had some fun. I had some fun. It was definitely nerve-wracking. We had 3 Jell-O shots. I got a couple beers in my system. We played some Come On Ride the Train for our celebratory music. And with that, let's take the next 3 to 4 hours off before we cheer on the Seattle Seahawks. Beast Mode's coming back, by the way. Really interesting to see how that all pans out. I'm not really sure if Beast Mode is the answer for the Seattle Seahawks running game, but if he has anything left in the tank, he will definitely go out there and prove it tonight. So yeah, Packers win 23-20. Rodgers goes 27 for 55. Rodgers threw 55 passes today. That shouldn't have been part of the game plan. I don't know if it was part of the game plan. When he started out 1 for 7 to end the first quarter, it definitely seemed like they were going to be putting more priority on the passing game. But 323 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Aaron Jones, 25 carries for 100 yards. So there you go. He was averaging his 4 yards per carry. No touchdowns for him, though. Jones does end the season with 19 total touchdowns. He is 1 shy of tying Amon Green for 20 total touchdowns on the season. Devontae Adams, 7 receptions, 93 yards, 1 touchdown. He had himself a good game. Lazard came up big with 69 yards and a touchdown. The game-tying one that came late there in the fourth quarter. We had 1 fumble by Allison, but we managed not to lose it. It bounced out of bounds. And for the most part, there was only 1 sack on the defense. Blake Martinez came up with the lone sack, so Za'Darius didn't play much of a role. He had impact, I guess, as far as putting quarterback pressure in some of those plays, but the only sack came from Blake Martinez on the defensive side of the ball. So here we go, guys. I will see you tomorrow night. We will discuss probably more of tonight's game. We'll look forward to how the rest of the playoff seedings shake out for us. Patriots lose. I think I saw something in here about the Vikings losing too. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, tune in tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks for hanging out. It was a fun time. It definitely got me through the stressful moments of the game. And until next time, I will see you on the internet. Thanks for watching.